All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and the proper names in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. I want to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash Ma'amaf. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly and willingly call God or Jehovah. Bahashem meaning in the name of. Yahweh Shai meaning he who delivers, whom the world ignorantly and willingly call JC today. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and another double honor to my elder as well, Ahar One Ben Yasha'Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect pushing his truth across the four winds, and to the one-third remnant believers on Yahweh Shemel Shah, Shalom, Shalom. It's going to be a quick lesson put together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, and I pray that it be edifying. So this lesson is going to be along the lines of your leisure time, your free time, and what you should be doing, when you have free time, because we can see that Yahweh Shemel Shah is shortening the days. We see the prophecies kicking forth. We see the prophecies, so we know that we at the door. So by us being at the door, we want to spiritually be at Yahweh Shemel Shah's door every day. Waiting for him to open it, constantly just at the door, asking for something, whether it be wisdom, knowledge, or understanding, so I'm going to start off in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38, starting at verse 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise." So, right, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, free time. What are you doing in your free time? How are you, adding to your cup? How are you serving Yahweh Shemel Shah in your free time? Because I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing, but we all come to camp. You go to camp and you put your best foot forward. But what are you doing, throughout the week to serve Yahweh Shemel Shah and to further, keep your cup filled, to further fight this spiritual battle that we fight, and to basically prepare yourself to fight the battle for the upcoming week, the next day, the next hour, because there's always a battle that we have to, face. But it says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that have little business shall become wise." All right, by you not having a million things going on at once, it basically forces you to focus on, this truth, All right, you have little business, you have more time to focus on the truth. You have more time to focus on your reading, your studying, watching brothers' videos. You have more time to put your video together. Cause man, you know how it be when you got a lot going on. You trying to work. Brothers got businesses, or whatever the case may be. So sometimes it's hard to have a clear mind in this society, because we still gotta run this rat race to a certain extent. So it's like sometimes I wake up and I know I got a lot on my plate. I just ask you how about Shemel Shah to give me a lesson. Use what I got going on throughout the day and help me get a lesson from whatever I learned from the day, from whatever I saw from the day, from whatever conversation that I had with a person. Just ask Yahweh Shemel Shah to turn it into a lesson, so I may keep the water flowing, keep the wheel moving, or whatever the case may be. But in order for us to even get to that point, you have to constantly be building yourself up in your leisure time, your free time. And it says, verse 25, it says, "How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the gold, and driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks?" All right, if you constantly, in a farmhouse, constantly tending to your animals, making sure your animals have the best of the best, basically constantly working, it's going to be hard for you to sit down. When you finally sit down, you're going to be ready to go to sleep. If you're constantly working and basically trying to heap up something on this side, even though we got to get our daily bread. So I'm not coming against any brothers out there that got to get it out the mud, or the case may be, or any brothers that real deal be working these jobs, because these jobs, like Egypt, they'll try to slave you to death, man, when it's all said and done with. So it gets to a point where you don't work 14 hours, you get off work, and you tired, you ready to go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? So it'd be hard to sit right there and try to study. As soon as you open the scriptures, you be trying to go to sleep. But that's where the fight come in. The spiritual battle. There's always a fight going on. At that point, put your headphones in and listen to it. If seeing the page is gonna physically make you go to sleep, put the headphones in and listen. Pay attention. Read along. But we gotta constantly in our free time add a little bit to our cup, a lot to our cup, whatever Yahweh Shema shall put the Spirit on you to do. And it says, verse 26, he giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give his kind fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, as they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish the work. So right, you just so they mind and their heart and their spirit, it goes basically towards their work. A carpenter, once he start building things, he get that imagination, man. He started to visualize it, and then next thing he put his whole heart, mind, and body and spirit into his work. When it's all said and done with. But us, the men of the Lord, the ones that strive to be kings and priests, judges, and in the next life, we have to be, diligent in that same matter when it comes to serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. It says, the smith also sitting by the anvil and considering the iron, the vapor of the fire wasted his flesh, and he fighted with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon a pattern. And of the things that he make it, he set it his mind to finish the work and watch it to polish it perfectly. Like, a smith, somebody that's making a sword, they'll have so many type of cool designs on the sword. And, that take work, that takes work to basically, and then once it's a hobby, for all the brothers out there, man, once it's a hobby and you start to actually love what you're doing, you're going to put more work into it. You see what I'm saying? But even as we maneuver through the society, we still have to put that same time and attention and give it to Yahweh Shema Shah when it's all said and done with. We have to make time to read. It'd be days where, I wake up, do my business. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to read at this time, Lord. I'm going to read at this time. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with my children. All right, Lord, I'm going to read at this time when they take a nap. By the time they take a nap, I'm already ready to take a nap. So I said, all right, man, all right, let me knock these chapters out. I'm knock these chapters out right now. By the time I'm done with the chapters, somebody waking up hungry or whatever the case may be, or somebody needs something, you know what I'm saying? So it gets to a point to where we have to fit Yahweh Shema Shah in our schedule. You see what I'm saying? And then you finally get free time for yourself. That's where you want to drop a lesson, or the case may be. But we all prophets, we all got our different schedules on, how we work, or what, when Yahweh Shema Shah put the spirit on us to work. You got brothers waking up early in the morning doing their lessons. You got brothers doing them throughout the day. And you also got brothers that, that work that night shift, that drop them lessons at night, late night, So, right. It says, verse 29, so doeth the potter sitting at his work and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is also carefully set at his work and maketh all his work by number. He fashioneth the clay with his arm and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applied himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust to their hands, and every one is wise in his works. All right, it basically gave you four different people working 4 different jobs, and they all got a heart and a mind to do their job. To do it, stretch forth their hand to the best of their ability to make sure that sword is perfect, to make sure that the person that building the house, or the potter, to make sure it's all perfect. They work, you know. So we are the same way when it comes to doing this business that Yahweh Shemashah have put in our hearts. You know, preparing the lessons, reading, studying to show ourselves approved, studying to be quiet. You know, studying just in case we got to answer a question. You know, reading the breakdowns, and, you know, trying our best to understand the breakdowns and remember them. You know, constantly trying to add to our cups. You know, so when the time come where we have to actually use it and apply it, you know, we'll be on point. You know, we're going to be sharp. It says, verse 32, without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. So, right, you know, all the different jobs that the scriptures basically just named are what keeps a city, you know, going, what keeps a city flowing. You know, it says, but verse 33, it says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in congregation. So, right, you know, everything that they're doing ultimately is in vain. You know, people here in America building, the Lord said they shall build, but I shall throw down. So those are not going to be the people that's sought for when it's a cry for wine in the street. You know, those are not going to be the people that's sought for when it comes time to building up that 1/3 remnant spiritually. You know, using these scriptures, you know, the sheep that believe on Yahweh Shemashah. It says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. It's a lucky. It's an acorn. It says, they shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. So, right, they don't understand these scriptures, man. You know, they don't. So it wasn't given to them to understand and break down these scriptures like it was given to the man of the Lord to break down these scriptures. Yahweh Shemashah fashioned us in the womb and ordained us prophets unto the nations. And he also put these words in our mouth, just like he did for the former prophets. You know, so you know, we have to take this knowledge and constantly eat. You know, constantly drink the sincere milk. You know, constantly chew on the meat. You have to constantly go back to the sincere milk, desire the sincere milk, and make sure that we constantly meditating in his word day and night. The scriptures say day and night. You know, sometimes you might read in the morning and just be watching videos at night. Sometimes you might read in the morning, read at night, and be watching a few videos at night. Then, you know, go to sleep. You know, time and everything, making sure that you're on point, you know, for the next day to do it all over again. You know, just constantly being in the spirit, you know, dwelling in Yahweh Shemashah's words. I mean, that's what makes us closer to Yahweh Shemashah. That's what causes him to draw nigh into us, you know, knowing that we have the mindset to keep going. So, right, it says, verse 34, but they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. So, right, that's it. And the work of their craft, man. You know, that's why in this society, you know, everybody is exalting celebrities and rappers for being good singers, for being good rappers, you know. But it's going to become a time where the Lord is going to give us that praise and fame, you know, in this land where we will put to shame, you know, where wisdom is going to be like water, you know, and there's going to be a drought out here. It's not going to be many people out here with wisdom. But right now we are studying and training for that time. You know, we training to be, you know, to flow like water in the time of drought, basically. So I'm going to the next chapter. It says, make sure that was next. Con. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. Right. Being in the spirit of past, present, and future. Reading the Old Testament, you know, reading the Apocrypha, reading the New Testament, you know, going into the stories of our forefathers and how Yahweh Shemashah delivered them out of the hands of their enemies, going into the different accounts of wisdom on what happened to, you know, our people for disobedience. You know, what happened when a man sought for wisdom. Everything that we need is in the scriptures. It's an account for everything. So it gets to a point in time where we have to take that and be conversing in it and meditating in it day and night and applying it to our lives, man, everything that we do. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditations thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtile parables are, he will be there also. So, all right, we're going to be right there understanding what's going on. So when our elders and apostles, when they break down and go into Daniel chapter 8, we know what precepts to go through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. When they go to Revelation 17, Revelations 18, Revelations 13, we know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So right, we can basically take these scriptures and basically create a river constantly flowing, So we right there conversing in the prophecies. We right there meditating in it day and night, that wisdom of the ancient, occupied in the prophecies, keeping the sayings of renowned men, the elders and apostles at great millstone. It says, where subtile parables are, he will be there also. It says he will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. That's why you see brothers on the blue letter Bible. That's why you see brothers in the concordance, looking up words, So it says, he shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he have tried the good and the evil among men. He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer, and will make supplication for his sins. All right, that just shows the wisdom. But 2/3 of our people are full of pride. It says pride is when the beginning of pride is when a man basically departs from his maker. By us basically opening our mouth and giving supplications for our sin, praying for our sins, thoughts, and iniquities, becoming closer with our power, actually turning from, the wickedness, turning from wickedness in a wicked society, where pleasure feels good, where it feels good to just be in pleasure at all times. You see what I'm saying? So where 2/3 of our people have become numb to pleasure, where they don't feel the same pleasure no more. So where now they trying new things at Diddy parties. You see what I'm saying? Defiling little children, man. Just being out here, having so much money that they could try things. So right, they're not occupied in the prophecies, man. They're not resorting early to give their heart to Yahweh Shem Shai. So they're going to know that they erred. They're going to have to, try again in the next life. Well, be righteous in the next life, but they're going to know that they crossed the Lord. And it says, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer, and make supplication for his sins. When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. So right, Yahweh Shem Shai woke us all up at different times. At his own time, he put the spirit of understanding in us. First being to understand that we Israelites, we Hebrews. Then being able to understand Deuteronomy chapter 28. Being able to understand Yahweh Shem Shai's name, his name. You see what I'm saying? Then after that, desiring to sell milk, then kind of biting the meat a little bit. Going back and forth, getting more wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Just getting as much understanding as possible, getting more wisdom as possible. So right, it says, for when the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out wise sentences and give thanks unto the Lord in his prayer. Right, we give thanks to Yahweh Shem Shai for even allowing us to understand, this wisdom. It says, he shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in his secret shall he meditate. All right, we understand the secrets of Yahweh Shem Shai. He only revealed those secrets unto his friends. We are his friends. We have become friends of Yahweh Shem Shai for having wisdom, for dwelling in wisdom, for constantly praying for more wisdom. It says, verse 8, he shall show forth that which he have learned, and shall glory in the law of the covenant of the Lord. Many shall commend his understanding, and so long as the world endureth, it shall not be blotted out. His memorial shall not depart away, and his name shall live from generation to generation. Right? Because, when Yahweh Shem Shai established Israel, that 144,000, first is going to be Yahweh Shai exalted. Yahweh Shai going to exalt the 144,000 and the 1/3. Those are going to be the ones that's famous in the kingdom. So like yeah, those are going to be the ones that's highly exalted, in the next life. Yahweh Razak be a part of that number, and the brothers that I labor with, you know, across the four corners of the earth. And so, right, our memorial is not going to depart away. It says, "Nation shall show forth his wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise. If he die, he shall leave a greater name than 1,000, and if he live, he shall increase it." So, right. And that's just what it is, man. You have brothers that's gonna real deal give their lives up for Yahweh Shem Shai and be exalted, but you still gonna have the ones that's on this earth fighting, being even more blessed, doing more miracles, receiving more blessings and more protection, more wisdom from Yahweh Shem Shai, even when we ain't got a pot to piss in, man. So, all right, let me keep going. So, this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." So, right, that's our work. Like the scripture said in Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, all the different workers, they diligent in their work. This is the work that we do that basically helps us be approved in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. It says a workman that needed not to be ashamed. We're not going to be ashamed in the evil day. We're going to have plenty. We're going to have plenty of wisdom. Cup going to overflow in wisdom. It says a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right. That's why we study. We study to be able to rightly divide the word of truth. To where vocab Malone try to come up, which the elders and apostles basically said, don't even deal with them, call the police. You see what I'm saying? When he drop a video, whatever the case may be, we can easily cut and easily look through, the things that he's saying, basically, by basically increasing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So, all right, keep going. So this is Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23. It says, verse 22, it says, "Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye servants as men pleasers, but in the singleness of heart, fearing Yahweh." Right, and you always see Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Ricard, Apostle Tahar really have, the spirit to keep us working, keep us diligent, Make sure y'all doing this work. Make sure y'all doing the video. If you ain't doing the videos, you ain't diligent. So in order for you to do a video, you got to study first. You gotta look for an article, put scriptures together. You see what I'm saying? So right, those are our masters according to the flesh. In a modern time. So when we do this work, we don't do it by eye service to please our masters, the elders and apostles. We do it with singleness of heart, fearing Yahweh, because we got families that need to be saved. We want to be protected in the time. We want to have plenty. We want to be able to eat in the times of famine. We want to be able to drink in the time of drought. So we don't do it with our service, but with that righteous fear to Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, verse 23, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to man." So right, though we have elders and apostles over us, they constantly tell us, work, keep working, work, always working. It should always be the gear should always be turning like oil, moving. The gear should constantly be oiled up, moving always, never stopping, a constant flow of momentum. That's how Yahweh Shem Shai set Apostle Tahar, over the body. And it says, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to man." So we do it for the Lord. Everything that we do is, to add to our spiritual bank account. It says, "Knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, and ye shall serve the Lord Hamashiach." So right, our goal is to be a part of that inheritance, to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, to be saved from the coming nuclear destruction that's coming to this place. So right. And I'm just going to leave it at that, man. I'm going to get this last precept and call it a night. I pray this lesson was edifying, man. All right, in order for you to rightly divide the word of truth, you have to pray to Yahweh Shema Shah for wisdom and knowledge and understanding. He's going to direct your path in a way that you should go. But this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So, right, being diligent in your studies and in your leisure time, making sure that you're basically considering Yahweh Shema Shah and studying to show yourself approved. I pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom, on to the next.